we send you to a meat packing
It
plant?
Should be switched. Hey, Renee, good morning.
Hey, that's great. It shows our versatility, right? Hey, we're looking at tower gardens, vertical gardens today, and these are all benefiting a very important Valley nonprofit. So we're going to introduce you to the process of this type of gardening, and we'll talk a little bit about the nonprofit coming up after the break.
All right, Renee is gardening for a good cause. And these, Renee, Troy and I were taking a look, and don't they look so interesting?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of these in my backyard, yeah.
Yeah, we could have a few of these, I think, in our parking lot even, because, you know, a lot of people don't have the space maybe to start a garden in the middle of their yard. Maybe they're, you know, in a multi-family situation, and so they've got a patio, and that's the best that they can do with some space. But we're talking to Lisa and Jody, I believe, this morning, a little bit about what we're doing out here. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is to benefit the Singletons. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, the Singletons supports single-parent families with cancer, and one of our programs is providing meal kits to them, and we're expanding upon that by having a garden project. So we are not only going to be growing our own produce here to be able to give to our families through these vertical gardening systems, but down the road we're going to also teach classes and workshops to our families so that they can learn how to do this in small spaces. Even if they just have a small patio, they can grow vertically.
Okay, so vertical gardening, we're looking at kind of the process right here, and I'm talking to Jody this morning. Jody, who are you with?
I'm Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry. I was talking to Jody. Right. Now I've got Lisa over here. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Pinedora Farms.
Okay.
We're outside Shello, up in the White Mountains.
Great. Now, this is so interesting. Tell me how this works.
Well, vertical gardening, the benefit for doing that is you get to grow a whole lot more in a small space. So it's super great for small spaces. Rather than, you know, we do vertical gardening even though we've got 2 72-foot greenhouses. Anything that vines and we can grow up with, we grow up.
Okay. So can you walk me through kind of this process of planting these and how that works?
All right, so we're going to be filling this as we go along. And as you saw that I was watering because I didn't want to just have dry dirt in there and then plant, because once you start watering then it's going to settle. So we're going to do that as we go along. But we're going to take these plants, let me give you an example down here.
Okay, I can see you've got all sorts of different varieties here. And does it make a difference what you're planting first or how you start this out?
Well, I will tell you that your greens, like your lettuces, your spinach, your kale, that kind of thing, that grows very quickly. And you can grow it year round. Even though we will get 3 feet of snow, we can still grow the greens year round.
Wow.
You might need to cover them and protect them. Any of your root veggies and your greens, you can grow year round. So it's really, really good. So, you know, we had stuff growing all winter long, even though I'm like below zero.
Are there certain plants, you know, maybe the ones even with the longer roots that you shouldn't grow in a system like this?
All right, you know, we have some squashes and stuff. They're going to get really big. Brussels sprouts, one plant of Brussels sprout, just one seed is going to get like this big. It'll get huge. So these wouldn't be appropriate for them. So anything where the plant itself is going to grow really, really big. You could probably do some pepper plants in here. Tomato plants I would have in their own separate one because they are going to get really big and take over. So your herbs are good for that too. Your lettuce, your greens, your herbs. We brought strawberries down because they can even start going down like this. So a lot of people grow strawberries vertical too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's so much to do. Of course, we're going to work on this a little bit, guys, and we're going to put some of these together. We'll come back. We'll show you a little bit more about the Singletons. And we've got a huge team behind us of realtors this morning. They are doing a day of service, so they are all out here helping us out. We're going to come back in a little bit, and we'll show you exactly what this turns into as they continue their service effort, and we'll introduce you more to that nonprofit coming up in just a little bit.
Love it. Great organization. We'd love to see, Renee, too, how you water it. I think, you know, do you water it down the middle or on the sides? And how great.
Explainer's coming up.
What a great idea. And the Singletons, they help single moms, and great organization if you're looking for one to help.
Popular rock band is...
Okay, we love this idea. And maybe if you have a green thumb or you're thinking, hey, I want to give it a shot, maybe you want to too.
And we're learning more about a charity that's benefiting. So, Renee, take it away. What do you have?
Yeah. Hey guys. Okay, so we're at Singletons, and we've been planting these things this morning, and by we I mean the great group from Realty One that's out here this morning, and we're talking to Jody. And Jody, where does this go in terms of the families you serve?
So we put together meal kits for our families, and volunteers come out in this space and they package all of the meal kits. So something like a Swiss chard, what we could do is, like, we've got steak with mashed potatoes and gravy meal kit here. You pair it with a side of Swiss chard, or you could have your pizza bites here, and the kids could pick some basil from the garden and add it to the bagel bites. So there's a lot of different ways to incorporate what we're doing out in the garden back into here, and then teaching our families about those pairings. We don't want to just send them home with the produce. We want them to know exactly what they can do with it.
Got it. And tell me a little bit more about the families that you're serving here also.
Yes, so it's single parent families battling cancer. The majority of them, it is the parent that has cancer, but we do have families that have children with cancer as well. And so our whole goal is to support them through that time. Cancer is a very scary time. So to know that you're surrounded by a group of people who really care and want to make sure that your day-to-day needs are being met, wanting to make sure that you have dinner, to be able to spend time around the table creating positive memories as a family, to know that you have some budget relief by restocking your pantry with laundry detergent, paper towels, toilet paper, and then to kind of add on and have some of these fun projects. We are going to have a Mother's Day event where the families will be coming out here, crafts for the kids, some garden projects for the kids, giving them a reason to get out of the house and really, again, spend time as a family, create positive memories, because what they're going through is just so difficult.
Well, and eating well and eating some of these, organic produce is really important at this time, too.
Absolutely. And I think the thing is that a lot of people can be maybe a little bit like, oh, I don't know what to do with it. And so, again, we can dispel a lot of the myths about nourishing your body and being able to do it in a way that's affordable and fun.
Yeah, Jody, thank you so much. Lisa, we're talking to you again because these things, they're getting put together fast. How much water does it take?
Well, initially you're gonna have a lot more water to really get them saturated. So that's what we keep pushing. We're putting a plant in, we're pushing it down, watering and pushing it down just to settle the dirt. Because what you don't want to have is air pockets in there, because then the roots aren't going. They're going to go. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Got it. So but the water is also recycled from the bottom of these.
So it will drain, and you can pull that out and recycle it. And what's cool about these ones here is this whole centerpiece is for composting. So you can take your kitchen scraps. The only thing I really wouldn't put in there is like onions.
Got it.
Or that kind of stuff. But you can put your eggshells in there, banana peels in there, all kinds of stuff, and it's going to constantly feed nutrients into there. And what's really cool about your greens, your Swiss chards, your lettuces, you can get several cuttings out of each one.
Well, it's so great to look at that and learn a little bit about vertical gardening this morning. Jody, if someone wants to help out, where do they go?
If they just go to our website, thesingletonsaz.org, and go to Get Involved, they'll find all of our volunteer opportunities through the summer. And we'd love to have new people coming in and taking a tour and learning more about the organization.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Guys, this project is, they're making quick work of it today, this day of service, but it's amazing how these things go together, and I think they top out like our one on the right here. So you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. And I was also told, Lisa told me, that these cuttings, as long as you don't pull out the roots, you can get 2 to 3 cuttings out of one little plant.
Oh,
so
I bet.
it just keeps going.
What's the website to purchase those again, Renee?
You need pollinators.
The website for
The planters.
Farms is
Look at that dirty
PinedoraFarms.com. Actually came from the movie Avatar. Because we're in the pine trees, it's Pinedora. So it's PinedoraFarms.com, and we also have on our homepage, because we just put together a fundraiser for the Singletons. So anybody that wants to get involved and help with the beds and getting walls built for them that they need, it's on our homepage at PinedoraFarms.com, and please help out.
very
All
cool.
right.
Guys, back
Thank
to you.
you, Renee.
Pinedora Farms.
Yeah, what a great partnership. You know,
Good.
they look
I like those things. Very
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, me too.
And that was one dirty hand. That was covered, and that's a working hand.
So therapeutic. Get
Yeah.
your hands dirty.
We'll be right back.